Look, to looking for new knowledge, looking for new learn. Yeah, and that's it. Next, Leticia.
Um, I think when you talk about positions of technology, I think it's possible 90% of the recruiters because in this moment, I think they check the LinkedIn all the time to find new candidates. But you can talk about the other professionals, other offers. I don't have idea if the recruiters use the LinkedIn. For example, my sister works with a nurse at the companies, and she almost of the time she finds the new jobs when in the other sites or the other agency where there's recruiters, but not use the LinkedIn to find the new jobs for her professional. And you, Leonardo?
I totally agree with you, and I also would say the same thing that you said. Yeah, because when we talk about technology fields, we can see lots of recruiter looking for candidates by skills. Yeah, I know that they usually look on LinkedIn using keywords. For example, know how to program Python, JavaScript, SQL, or other skills. And so it's so much easier to try to find someone good on LinkedIn. But I also agree with Pedro when he talks about salesmen and other kind of jobs. For example, I also would say that some kind of professions, education is everything. Yeah. And especially when we talk about professionals like lawyer or like, for example, people who work on estaleiro. Yeah, it's so we have lots of, for example, here in Rio, this kind of position is totally by education and not recruiter in a traditional way. Yeah, that's why I also believe that 95% so high, number for recruiters on LinkedIn. Yeah. I don't know if everybody has answered. For example, Raissa, Yasmin.
No, I don't answer the Linux. Just joke with me, and I hate the snap. But okay, I need to restart my Zoom with no snap in that. But
no, okay, we are in the number 8.
And the number 8.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my.
Number 2.
Oh.
Number 2.
Okay. I think it's the LinkedIn today is it's like, okay, it's for recruiter use and look for new candidate, but today I saw the new movement like on Twitter. Do you know the people's search in there for jobs, and the recruiters looking Twitter too. And I think if you work with technology and you don't have a GitHub or I don't know GitLab, like this stuff, I think you only have the LinkedIn. It's almost you have nothing. But today it's very important to have a portfolio to share your skills for the recruiter. So I think yeah, it's the center, but it's not the only platform to get a job, for example. So someone pick the question, number 2. Who
I
picked
pick the second. So
Okay.
you pick the, go ahead.
Okay, so I will pick one. Number 4, has LinkedIn ever helped you get a job, and how was that experience for? In my case, I just have the LinkedIn almost 2 months. I don't have the LinkedIn because I'm starting the internship from it's not a boot camp, but it's a formation for web developer, and I start the internship after I make this formation. But I don't have this LinkedIn experience yet. And you, Leonardo?
Yeah, I've seen, and I also hired 2 persons. Yeah, two persons totally on LinkedIn. Yeah, I was needing a position very technical, and I found these people on LinkedIn. Yeah, and you, Murilo?
Yeah, make sure my last job is I can without LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn helps archive my last jobs. Recruiters approach very well, and education a lot of very respect, and it's amazing for get a job. Yeah, and you, Pedro?
Well, I was working in the same company, and I didn't got in with the LinkedIn. So no, I never used the LinkedIn for that. But I know that a lot of a lot of people use the LinkedIn to get in the company for my for the niche that I work. Is very normal. You use the LinkedIn, so I need to have a update LinkedIn. But until now, I never received a proposal to chat my work, so I don't know if it is working. And you, Leticia?
Okay, my case it's similar to you because I worked for a long time in the same company, and recently I changed my job, but the LinkedIn, it's not the decision of the position. The LinkedIn, I think it's part of the form, when I put my data, and I use the LinkedIn to find a new job, but it's not, as I started to work as a technologist, the LinkedIn doesn't exist in the past, and I use my CV paper. It's older, but it's true. And you, Raíssa? Okay, Raíssa answered.
Yeah, it's a long time we start to work with technology.
Yes, I started to work at technology in 2001.
Oh
And
my.
yes, but I worked as a CPD. Oh my God, it's too old. And the LinkedIn doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But who never used physical
Yes,
CV?
no,
Yeah.
the internet, it's a, oh my God. Internet is a dialogue internet.
So, Leonardo, do you want to pick a question for us, please?
Yeah. Number 4. Can be.
Number 4, I'm picked the number 4. Now.
Okay. So, what is the most important thing to do on LinkedIn? what should I focus on? Can you answer, Raíssa?
Yeah. I think LinkedIn, it's a social media for work. So I think the focus on LinkedIn is share the achievements, and like Leticia said, to put your data about your career and share, I don't know, articles and information you make. I think the focus it's more a professional social media, but we see a lot of things a lot of things there. It's a sometimes it's a black hole, but I think the focus it's mostly share the achievements and the professional things about you and your company like this. And you, Murilo?
I review and add new feature, new activity in my projects, personal projects on GitHub, because recruiters review my GitHub every day for looking my learnings, yeah, the new technologies I need for posting new learnings, new technologies. Yeah, I keep focus in my GitHub. Yeah, the posted in LinkedIn, it's more important for me. Better techniques. Yeah, that's it. And you, Pedro?
Well, what I think is most important in the LinkedIn is to show your background, the places where you worked, what you can do, what your achievement, your knowledge, what is your degree, you have one. So I think to show your professional person. So you show who is the Pedro, but only the professional part. So it's not a place when you will put, for example, about your family, about what you like, about your jobs. So I think is focused in the professional part. And for example, I see people talking about a lot of things there, and I say, oh, I think if the recruit see that, is not what he's looking for. So he's looking for a professional, not a people that is talking about a lot of things, that some things that there was not the place for that. So I think the most important is to have your background, what is good and what you have done, where you worked and where you studied and what you are fine for. So what you are trying to work. How about you, Leticia?
I totally agree with you, because in my opinion, the focus of the LinkedIn is a professional. It's not only other things. In this moment is people use the LinkedIn to discuss other things, and parts of the discuss it's important because involve their professionals, but there are the other parts of discussions. It's about the personal opinions of everything, and I think it's not a good place for this. And okay, but I agree. I think the focus of the LinkedIn is a professional profile. And you, Leonardo?
Yeah, I totally agree. I believe that one of the most important things we can do on LinkedIn is to have our CV updated, and also pay attention on the opportunities that we could find. I don't know if you guys like to search a little bit when we have time. For example, on LinkedIn jobs, it's so interesting to understand and especially when you are trying to understand the trends of the markets in your field. For example, I work with marketing and projects, and sometimes I put on LinkedIn job the job title, and to understand how many jobs roles open we have in Brazil, for example, remotely or hybrids or in other way. But it's a good way to find trends. Yeah, also to find trends. If you put some technical skills on LinkedIn jobs, you're going to understand that today a lot of recruiters are looking for tech people. So for me, it's so interesting to use search for jobs, even when you're not looking for something different.
Yeah,
I,
I'm agree with you, Leonardo, because I'm nearby in this field of technology. I use it work with manage like financial manage, and I I don't wanna change my job, but I look a lot to understand how can I build my professional I don't know way to go to achieve one place I wanna, So I look to understand how the companies wanna, how the persons build your I don't know experience in this kind of area. But Murilo, do you wanna pick a question for us?
Okay, 6. Okay. Should you add everyone on LinkedIn? Depends. In my case, I try and add everyone, and I try and add inspirations peoples for my area, yeah, and that work from front end and UI developer, UX engineer, yeah, and involve these requisites for my to improving my case, yeah. That's it. I like that. And you, Leonardo?
well, I believe it's important to add or to, for example, to send some connection requirements, uh, especially to people who works in the same field as you, yeah. That for me, that's important. For example, if I work um, in the marketing fields, I'm not going to send invitations to doctors, for example, yeah, or psychologists. I don't know. Depends so much on the field, and it's important to make networks with people who works in the same fields or in fields very similar. Yeah, not necessarily the same. Yeah. And you, Pedro?
I totally agree. I think it's very important to make network and to make more friends, to make connections. But I think you need to know why you're connecting with that person. So I think you need to follow a segment. You need to follow good persons. So for example, I will add the people that work with me. Why I will add people that I think don't work well? So I don't want to have a connection with that person. If I think he's not a good worker, why will be connect with him? So this maybe can be something bad for me. So if this person work hard, this is a good worker, so this is one that I want to be connected. So these people work in the HR. So this is one that I have to want to connected. So this is my director. So I think you need to choose who we will add, but yeah, you need to add because you need to increase our network. So I think we need to add, we need to do this to found people, to follow companies, to find people that are working the company that you expect to work. So I need that. We need to add, but we need to choose who you will add. What do you think about that, Leticia?
I agree because I don't add everyone on my LinkedIn. Normally, I see the profile, the persons, and I check if the person has the same skills or the same area. I find a new job, for example, or the other things about technology, and I can understand more, for example. But I follow the companies and the specific persons who works in this company. But when I receive the invite, the peoples, I don't have idea what people do. I don't add this person. I see the profile before, and if it's good for me, I add. And the else, no. It's not important for me. For example, I have a network with, say, with persons who work in sales in general. For example, I'm not a salesperson. I'm a tech developer. Andy?
Just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you and Pedro, because you have to build a network, but you need to know how to build, because if you go to, I don't know, wrong way, you can, I don't know, lose yourself. I don't know, because like me, I build in my professional career in this area yet. So I have to add and look at the people who I wanna, I don't know, make the same steps or work with the tech in the tech skill, I don't know, tool. So I think it's need to has a filter who you add and who you ask to connection. Pedro, do you want to pick another for us, please?
All right, pick, but I can choose another one.
Yeah.
Let's do 3.
Okay.
How have you seen this search for new candidates on LinkedIn? I don't know about this searching for new candidates.
Like how was your think about the approach?
I think it's good, but it's hard to say about that because I'm not a person that hurt others, so I don't know how they do that. But I think when we're talking about, for example, I have an opportunity and I post this in the LinkedIn. When you do that, I think this go viral in there. So a lot of people will know about this opportunity and will try to get in. So it's better because it's more plural. Everyone can see that and can candidate in that. So the companies have more candidates to choose, because when one company is publishing that only in your own website, I think less persons can see that. So talking about the how people can see that, so I think it's better, but it's good for the people that see, but it's worse for the people that is applying, because you are competing with a lot of people that is candidating for these two. So I think it's good and bad. So depends the way. So for people that is trying to hire someone, It's very hard because you need to imagine to evaluate 10 people is okay, but evaluate 1,000 people, you say, I will not evaluate that. We'll choose someone and we'll say, oh, I will follow with that. So because that I think is good and sometimes not so good. What do you think about that, Leandro? Leonardo.
Yeah, and I believe we have the two sides in this question, yeah, the good and bad side, as you said, because in the other hands, when you post, for example, a new job on LinkedIn, you're going to see lots of people candidating for the position. It's bad to evaluate, but if we pass our eyes very quickly on the CVs, yeah, we can choose from, I don't know, maybe 10 or a little more to talk later, yeah. Then I think that it's good, helps us so much, because when we imagine our lives without LinkedIn, I don't know, recruiters, their job could be, well, so more difficult, so more hard to find the right person for the right position. But I also keep believing that education is everything when we talk about job. Yeah, if we need to hire someone, the first thing we're going to talk is, so my friend, do you have something, someone to indicate to me for this position? That's the first thing that I try to do when I need someone, is ask my colleagues of my job if they have some indication. And if they don't, then I open the position on LinkedIn. But if they have, I don't need to open. I'm going to talk with 2 or 3 indications from my colleagues and to make the decision. Yeah, I think that indication is so important, more important than just a CV, for example. Yeah. I don't know if everybody has answered this question, because we already talked about the question 3.
No, just Pedro and you answer.
Okay, and you, Raíssa, did you answer or no?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I think, like you said and Pedro said, it's a good thing, but sometimes it's not so good. But here on company I work, I'm usually do like you. I'm asking for my colleagues or people I know if they know someone can be able to I don't know, candidate for this place, this job, or just working. It means, and if you don't be able to choose in these conditions, the company apply on the LinkedIn and the sites on this, but I don't know. I think the LinkedIn today, I feel this more unfair for the people who's candidated, not to the company. To the company, I think it's good, but I don't know. I never use it for search, so I think it's hard to have this view about this subject. And how about you, Leticia?
The company I was working, for example, use more indicator when the compared to find the only person in the LinkedIn, and sometimes depends if he has a position open but not has a person to indicate, the companies find in the LinkedIn, and I think they see the other connections to have to find a similar network, for example. But I remember one company I was working, I interview other candidates in position as I was working, and the same team I was, and I see the LinkedIn, the other persons, to see their skills and the other things, but I don't know, because I think when you indicate the person, it's you have more information about this when you pick up only person in the LinkedIn. But now I'm in the LinkedIn, find a new job, and understanding when when persons when talk to me. But the other side, for example, sometimes I receive messages, recruiters, and I prefer when they talk to me with more information about this position, not oh, how are you? One day, talk to me, and nothing. Okay, but what about the position? And you, Murilo?
Okay, I agree with you, Leonardo. Indication it's turning way more easy, facility, get a job and a new job, yeah. And exist good approach and bad approach, depends of the recruiters, yeah. And I receive a lot of automatic messages for recruiter. I don't like this, but I try answers everyone, and, because I accept our opportunities. I try discover that recruiter have offer for me, and, I like I most like international recruiters. When call me, I so happy. Yeah, that's it. And the next question.
Today, everybody, Murilo. Everybody. It's
Yeah,
happening.
everybody wanna make dollars, not reais.
Prefer.
Can be euros too. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I it's also, I don't like, but I want euro too.
Yeah. It's not a problem. Okay, it's dollar. No. Oh, euro. Okay, I pick. Oh, my dream, but it's far too should be there. Yes, for me, for me. But I will achieve this. I hope so.
Of course.
So I want to pick a question, the number 10. What encouraged you to apply for a job offer? Leticia, do you want to start this?
Okay, it's a hard question for me now, because I'm not working at the moment. I'm breaking my career because I need to refresh my mind. I was working two crazy projects, and I read some positions, and at the moment I'm finding two international jobs because the dollars or the others and the others, and I see about the skills and the experience in this position and the I forgot the name, the other benefits, and if this position it's possible to work remotely not a work 9 to 5. I don't know the names in English, but it's possible to flexible work. And in this moment, I think it's a good options for me now.
But are you trying to change your career, or you also already like the technical field?
No, I'm not changing my career. I will only break this because I was too crazy in the last projects. I was work 12 hours a day, and I didn't have vacations and the others. And now I'm try and the other flexible and the remote projects. But I don't have idea if in the future I will change. But now I'm like developer. I'm like to build a software, for example. I'm like as a position, not a recruiter or tech lead. No, not. I like to write code.
Great.
I prefer.
I don't know what is more
no.
difficult. I don't know what is more difficult, to deal with the machine or with people. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
People ever will be your worst.
You said, not me.
Oh, the meeting it's recorded. I don't express my opinion because they talk to people sometimes it's too worse.
Yeah.
The clients too, but I know it's necessary to talk the people and the client, but you need to refresh your mind sometimes.
Yes, it's hard.
Yes.
And for you, Pedro, what encouraged you to apply?
I work with people because that I can say that is the worst. But I like the problem is that I know that is something very hard, but something that I like because it's people. So I like people, and something that I don't know because I never apply for a job. I was working the same place. So as I said, I started in this company, and I'm until now. So I like the company. I like what I do. So I never find some opportunity that I say, oh, I will candidate for that, because I think when you when you have a job and you candidate for other jobs because you are not satisfied with the place where you are. So until this moment, I'm okay with the place that I'm in. So I never search for new opportunities or new vacancies, but I think it's very hard in this moment. I see a vacancy and say, oh, I will try that, because I'm okay where I think I can grow more in this company. I think I have opportunities there. So why I will try go out and find another one? So I'm not looking for this. So I never applied for one. What do you, Murilo?
Yeah, very nice. And I try receive and apply a lot of jobs and without expectations. Yeah, for I I don't said after don't said after interview and get a lot of experience in many jobs. Yeah, and, interview. I trying to for apply, not receive. Yeah, for apply. I apply a little, but I receive more. And, I in future next future. I try applicate a lot of jobs for learning English. I try watching movies in YouTube for React interview, for software interview, and learning a lot with them. Yeah. Next question. And, Leonardo.
Yeah.
Everyone answers this question.
No, I didn't this last one, but I would say that I apply sometimes, not in all of the positions that I find on LinkedIn, but especially I apply for positions that I really would like to work. Yeah, as Raissa was talking about, for example, remote jobs outside Brazil. When I find the same position that I have the skills, and I try to apply. Also to practice my English conversation with a native speaker, and to understand what they're looking, and also the range salary outside Brazil, if is better or not my situation now. All the time is better because South Brazil it's so best than here. But even I'm so happy with my actual position, but I think it's important sometimes to know what's the market is offering to us. Yeah, I think that's important to be updated.
Yeah, I'm like Pedro. I not apply for a job or a position because I will make 1 year in this company. I just ended my internship, and I think I have a lot of to grow like a professional person, and in this company too, because I think I have a place to grow here. So I don't search and don't look. I think in the future, it's my will. It's for like I don't know, 4 or 5 years, have a nice background and improve my English every day to to make a, I don't know, leave Brazil. I don't want a remote job. I want to go abroad because I have a daughter, and I hope I'll be able, she grew up in another place, not here. But I don't know. We'll see. So guys, I think that's it. I put the survey on the chat for everyone evaluating. Please send suggestions, because sometimes it's hard to to pick a topic, and you help me a lot with this. I don't know, but because it's anonymous, but has one person, it's always share with me a good suggestions, and I love this. So I think that's it. Next Tuesday, I'm here to chat again. Sorry for the problem today. It's my Zoom. It's killing me today. It's not the first time he froze and closed, but I will check for next Thursday. I'm okay with that.
Great.